Further developments on the probe into the collapse of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Lawyers for the bankrupt firm will be squaring off in court today to fight a demand for internal records from an insolvent affiliate. Well, liquidators of FTX's Bahamian business will be seeking access to the unit's Slack, Google and Amazon records. FTX lawyers have asked the judge to deny the request. Well, earlier this morning, Bankman-Fried was denied bail after a court in the Bahamas cited him as a flight risk. He's been remanded in prison until the 8th of February. The FTX founder faces 8 counts of criminal charges, including wire fraud and conspiracy by misusing customer funds. If convicted, he faces up to 115 years in jail. Meantime, Binance getting hit by falling investor confidence in the crypto sector as it tries to reassure investors about its recent record outflows. The world's largest crypto platform has reiterated that user assets are underpinned by reserves and emphasized that its capital structure is debt-free. Analysts recorded more than 40,000 Bitcoin tokens and some 278,000 Ether coins have been withdrawn from Binance yesterday, amounting to more than $1 billion. Well, for more on the FTX fallout, let's bring in our guest, Zenin Capron. He's founder and director of Capron Asia. Well, Zenin, why have U.S. regulators come down so hard on Sam Bankman-Fried, once the golden boy of crypto? And what is next for FTX?
Certainly, I think the real question is why they haven't yet. This has been an issue for the past couple of weeks. It seems like the regulators and the prosecutors were getting the information together to make the arrest. So I think it was more of a case of if than when. And certainly, when you look at the potential charges around this, there's some pretty serious accusations from the governments around what he has done, in particular the U.S. government. And so that's going to be very challenging for them to fight. I think, we're seeing their lawyers' posture, and obviously he has a team behind him, but clearly it's going to be a challenging time.
Yeah, and the fall of Bankman-Fried and FTX comes when crypto is already on the down. How bad could this contagion get? I mean, we've already seen BlockFi filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see. I mean, these companies were kind of the stalwarts of the industry, and many people a year ago would have said, oh, FTX is one of the biggest exchanges. There's no way they're going to have any problems. But in the end, it seems like they've had quite a few problems. And so that's really created 2 types of contagion. First is actual contagion in terms of companies like BlockFi that have lost a significant amount of funds to the platform, as well as increasing doubts about some of the other large exchanges like Binance that's come under a lot of scrutiny over the past couple of days. So for sure, we're not at the end of this. There's going to be more contagion of both of the types that I mentioned, but it really hasn't brought a lot of confidence to an industry that was already struggling to, gain wide acceptance in the industry insofar as the crypto space itself.
Yeah, then, Sam Bankman-Fried, Terrence Do Kwon, they enjoy so-called cult of personality, this celebrity status. What are the risks with that? And is there a need for urgent regulation now?
Well, certainly the answer to the second part of the question is yes. I mean, the industry has needed regulation for many years now, and it looks like we're finally going to get that. Unfortunately, it comes after some of these large exchanges and large platforms have already failed. But that is one of the challenges is, a lot of these people, and it's not limited to just crypto, obviously, but, you have these larger than life personalities and there's a lot of belief in what they're trying to do. And Bankman-Fried in particular, because he was talking about this altruism, and the view was that he was earning this money and bringing this money together to eventually give it away. But it turns out he was getting to give away the customers' money as well with the failing of FTX. So it's a trap that the industry has fallen into multiple times, but it's certainly not limited to just crypto. I think we see that in the financial industry in general as well.
Yeah, and another big crypto personality, that's Binance CEO Changbin Zhao, or CZ. Well, he's warned of a bumpy road ahead, going back to the point about Binance, and in fact seen a wave of outflows in recent weeks. What does this spell for the broader crypto market then?
Well, I think it's kind of a bit of a witch hunt right now. I think again, nobody would have thought a while ago that FTX would have fallen so spectacularly, and now everybody's looking at all of the other exchanges, and Binance obviously has the biggest target on them, being the biggest exchange globally, and the choices that the management and the team have made is to have this kind of distributed organization where it's not very clear exactly where the founders are, where the company is incorporated. So this just all adds to the speculation around what's there. And now, we've seen over the past couple of days, a couple of research shops have looked at the outflows from Binance and made some speculation on that. Now, there are inflows, of course, to that as well. And it seems to be a fairly well-capitalized exchange. But again, that's what we were saying a few months ago about FTX. So who knows? Binance seems to be doing all the right things, seems to be, from a public image, putting out that they are stable and all the funds are safe, but it's too difficult to believe anything in this industry at the moment.
Oh, many thanks for that, Zen and Kat Run there from Cameron Asia.